created something called the robo-rat. That was the first biohybrid. So a biohybrid is when you mix animal and a machine. And people freaked out. They were like, you cannot put brain chips in rats and make them move through a maze by a remote control, which is what they were doing. They now have pigeons that are mixed animal and machine.
What?
They created something called, there's a moth. So there's a Mandica sexta moth. That's what it's called. It's a large moth. And scientists put brain chips into the larva so that when it cocooned and became a flying moth, it had the chip built into its system, making it easier to integrate, and they could fly the moth around the lab. And that was a huge step. And this is now 4 years ago that I was interviewing these scientists.
Shalom, shalom. HALALYAM la, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone to teach them well. Peace and salutations be told for the elect. But that tells them goodbye coming at you from the prophets of Babylon, camp here in Tampa, Florida. And I wanted to touch bases on this video real quick, going into biohybrids, which is a machine mixed with an animal, a machine and an animal put together. Pretty much like Terminator doggies, Terminator whatever, Terminator animals, but mixing natural with technology by putting brain chips inside of them. And this is what they also seek to do with humans. You know, they want to be able to control you completely. Now what they did was they were putting this stuff in rats and making them move through a maze. Then they put it in a moth and flew the moth around the facility, man. And that's when they knew that it was working. And she said this was 4 years ago, you know. But and who knew how long ago this? Who knows how long ago this video came out? You know. But that goes to show you that this devil is coming down with crafty devices. He's trying to become like, he's trying to become as a god, you know, as the scriptures say he is. And he's trying to what? Control all things, man. He wants to have control over all things. Like the scriptures say, for the Lord YAHAWASHI said that an incorruptible spirit is in all things. So Esau wants to put his spirit in all things through his technology, man. This man is wicked and very carnal. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 7. Rest in the Lord YAHAWASHI and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Don't worry don't worry about, you know, these things coming, because the Lord can protect us. If Lord, you know, the Lord willing, we be those men, and we continue in this faith and truth, the Lord can protect us. So don't worry yourself about this devil, man, and the things he's got coming. The things that he's doing with this technology now is only meant for the wicked, and the wicked of our people. All right, this is the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So the Lord disappoints the devices of the crafty, which is who? These Edomites, man. The Lord takes their devices, you know, and you know, dismantles them. He destroys them. You know, their plans. He destroys their plans, man. You know, so that they can, you know, touch the righteous, because ultimately they seeking to who get who with these things, man? The elect. You know. But the Lord, you know, he stops those plans headlong. It says, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the fraud is carried headlong. All right, so the only people that they're gonna get with this is what? These two-thirds of our people, man, because they didn't want to get right with the Lord. That's why it says 2 Ezra 16:68, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. Esau's getting ready to come down to you, a great wrath, as Revelation 12:12 tells you. You know, they're getting ready to fuck you Jake's up, man. And Jake don't see it coming. It says, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. You know, they're going to feed you with that damn chip, that damn brain chip. And you're going to be had in derision. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. They're going to walk all over you, man, when they put this thing inside of you. You wicked ass Jakes, man. But the Lord has got his elect protected from these things. You know. 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And that falling away has already happened. Which we as a people, Israel, you know, we fell away from our power, YAHAWASHI. We didn't know our, you know, our power. We didn't know our language, where we came from, who we were, any of those things, man. It says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Who's the son of perdition? That man of sin. That's Esau Edom, man. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself. It's funny because it says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God. Reading it verbatim. Because what? He's opposing himself. Who's he opposing? He's opposing the Israelites. And as long as he's opposing Israelites, who's he truly opposing? The Lord, YAHAWASHI. It says, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Alright, so he's trying to show himself to be God, to be the Most High. Esau thinks that he's the highest, which is not the case. The Lord's about to show these niggas how he really gets down. The Lord's about to show them how the Most High truly is. Isaiah 14:13, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, and will exalt my throne above the stars of YAHAWASHI. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. That's what they said in their heart, man. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Esau is too prideful, and scripture tells you in Obadiah that his pride has deceived him, man. His pride has blinded him. That's why he's going to get thrown down with such a great overthrow, because he's blinded by his pride, and he's going so far. Who else was blinded by their pride? You have Pharaoh of Egypt, man. And Pharaoh was great, but the Lord made him great. The Lord made him so great just so he can show his power through him, by taking him down. It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. All right, so this is what Esau truly thinks. He thinks that they're going to be able to, reach up there where the Lord is at. That they're going to be able to get up there, to that level. And you see how he's doing it through his technology, man. He's exalted himself so high through his technology and through his accomplishments and achievements in this world that he thinks that now he's going to, he's gotten so prideful and ahead of himself that now he thinks he's going to be a god, man. It says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? All the kings of the nations, even all of them lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. So just like they're gonna trot underfoot these 2/3 Israelites that give in to that MOTB, guess what? They gonna look like they trot underfoot when the Lord comes through and thrash their ass, man. But I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. I commend Allah for listening to truth and sincerity. To next time, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. So next time, Israel, I do say Shalom.